I'm here with my boy Qualms. Now, Ice Cube once had a tune called Today Was a Good Day. Today's the reverse of that.
Well done.
Today was not a good day. Arsenal beaten in the Carabao Cup, semi-final second leg 2-0, as was the case in the first leg. So we're now out the Carabao Cup. To add injury to insult, we've also lost Martinelli. He's out with a hamstring. We believe it could be 2 or 3 weeks out.
Yeah.
As I said, today was not a good day. Qualms, your thoughts?
Must have been the ball.
God.
Must have been the ball. Must have been the ball. I don't know. Nah.
But you know what? Let's go there. Why were we so poor today? I mean, let's go there. I mean, come Sunday, on Sunday, everyone was hooping and hollering, just beating Man City 5-1. Yeah. Everyone, myself included, saying best performance. Best performance of the season. Yeah. There were people out there saying, "You lot, you did well, but you're over celebrating. What have you won? Show us your medals, blah, blah, blah. Let's see what you do on Wednesday against Newcastle." We got up there today and we totally spew it.
Yeah,
what happened?
We completely capitulated. Credit to Newcastle. Newcastle played well over both legs, so we're not going to take anything away from them. They played very well. The key aspects of Newcastle, or the reason why, is because, one, they seemed like they were more up for it. They seemed like they wanted it more. I know that's something that's always kind of like shared around, and we're kind of like, what do you mean you don't want it more? But you could literally tell from when the whistle went, Newcastle were in a semi-final in a Carabao Cup going into a final, and we was still stuck in London celebrating. Now, to touch on the fact that, any team that beats City 5-1 are going to celebrate. And I think off the back of the game that we had with them at the Etihad, I think we was well within our rights. So like the whole celebration police and everything like that, that's why I was a bit upset with how they kind of targeted Miles Lewis-Skelly. I think it's not right what they've done. He's a young boy. He's managed to get through the academy and he's playing at a high level and he's doing very well. But today, in terms of the performance from today as a whole, as a collective, it was not good enough. It was a shadow of the performance that we saw just, 3 days ago. So the questions now are, well, where did that happen? Where did that come from? Why is it that we can perform like that for a North London derby? We can perform like that for Man City. But then when it comes to it, when the pressure's on, the real pressure's on to win a trophy, you're one game away from winning a trophy, you give it to them. We gave it to them. Now, some people, I've listened to everyone's interview, I've heard little bits of everyone's interview, and they're saying, I didn't really expect going into the game we'd do much. I did. If you're slapping up teams 5-1, yeah, and Newcastle, like we said, Newcastle haven't been playing well at home, I'm going to be a bit more confident. I'm going to expect us to come out of the blocks and do something. But from minute 1 to the 95th minute, the passes were off. The quality wasn't there. We couldn't even find each other for 5 yards. Partey, one of our best midfielders this season, again, he went missing. Today he went missing. Odegaard, the turning point for Odegaard, and it happened to Havertz, I remember in one of the games, was when he hit the post or he missed his chance. Odegaard missed his chance today, and we got punished for it up the other end.
Well, yeah, within a minute they go and score something like that.
And this is where I was talking about Saliba, and I've mentioned it. If you go back, I've mentioned Saliba from when we played Crystal Palace, and I said, something's not right with him. I love Saliba, and yes, I have compared him to the great Van Dijk, but he's not close at all, because with Van Dijk, what Van Dijk does very, very, very well is he wins his first-time duels. The direct balls, the long balls in the air, he deals with them. Saliba was letting it bounce. He was doing all things that a young defender does. So it's a bit of shit. I don't want to go too hard on them because our backline has saved us more than enough. But I just think as a collective, as a whole, that was embarrassing from us, Laurie. That was embarrassing.
Yeah, I agree. And like you said, we don't want to put it all on Saliba.
No, it's not all on him.
He's been outstanding.
No, he has.
He's one of our best players.
Yes.
But yeah, as a collective, it was definitely failure today. And I also agree with you. It's not just the fact that we lost. It's the manner of the defeat. The fact that people like me and you are here talking about, we swallowed it, we spewed it, they wanted it more than us. All that is very disappointing, especially coming off the back of the Man City win, because we were coming out of that win with some confidence, and yet there were naysayers saying, look, you lot are over celebrating.
Pipe down.
You know,
Why are you
pipe
getting,
down.
you're getting carried away.
You've not won nothing yet. And the horrible thing about it is now those guys are going to come back at people like me and you. See, I told you.
This is what happens.
Yeah,
Get back in your hole. But like I said, I made a point because I just didn't like the fact that everyone was that everyone loved the first game where we drew with Man City, let's just say, just quickly. And they said, you know, it's a little bit of needle between players and everything like that. And then when we gave it back to Man City, everyone was like, whoa, you lot are going overboard. You're crossing the line. And then we saw that the Premier League brought out a statement saying that we're going to start looking at celebrations. Why are we doing that after what Miles Lewis-Skelly done? Why didn't we do that when Phil Foden was putting his gum fingers up? Why wasn't we doing it when Vardy was mimicking and mocking other teams? Why is it all of a sudden an Arsenal player does something and straight away it's like, all right, we need to throw the book at them? It needs to stop. For me, it needs to stop. But going back to the game, I just feel like we was just second best today. And like Newcastle just ran right with us. And speaking of running right, Isaac Alexander the Great, as my boy used to say, he was reminding me of Suarez. He was reminding me of Ronaldo. When Ronaldo went to Old Trafford and he tormented the back line, he done the same thing to us from minute one, even the disallowed goal. Yeah. The way he finished that, but his movement. And this is what I'm saying about the difference. I think Isaac is more prolific than Haaland, and he's more dangerous because he moves all over the place, and you can't handle that. And Saliba, he made Saliba and Gabriel look like ordinary defenders. Like Sigon, Pascal Sigon, Mustafi, that's what I was starting to see. So, I mean...
And you think about it as well, we played Newcastle 3 times so far.
And we lost.
Lost every time. In every one of those games, Isak has been fundamental to their... Right. He didn't score tonight, but he may as well have done.
He might as well.
Because the first goal they scored, that was a brilliant effort. And
it was.
Murphy finished it off.
It was.
The previous leg, you saw what he'd done to us there. And in the league, he's done us there as well. But I just want to end very quickly on... obviously, today was a crushing defeat for us. There's no getting away from it. No. However, we've still got the league, we've still got the Champions League. Well, this is the question I'm going to ask. What's your expectations now till the end of the season?
Just preserve and protect our players. I remember listening to Cesc Fabregas. I've listened to a few previous players, and they've spoken about the fact that they got made to ask to play too many games. They got spread too thin, and then they were looking at their neighbours or they were looking at their rivals, and they said, you know what, I want to win trophies. I don't want it to be a thing where my star players like Bukayo Saka, Saliba, even Declan Rice, they say, you know what, yeah, I love Arsenal, great club, but I want to go somewhere where we're winning stuff. And if we're not careful, if the board don't back this manager, and this is what I said, in the January window is the biggest miss for me personally. That was your opportunity to galvanise the club, rejuvenate the players. Now you're seeing the players, they look leggy. And as much as that we're going to have that Dubai break, it's only going to delay the inevitable, in my opinion. Liverpool are just about shifting into gear 2 or gear 3, let's just say. We're trying to find our gears right now. We're trying to find a gear stick.
Champions League?
Champions League, you need star-like quality. And I love Nwaneri. I love Saka. Saka's injured. Nwaneri, you can't put it all on a 17-year-old. We may be able to get a 0-0, but every team I look at, they have star, world-class players that can do something. We haven't got it. So that's where we'll fall short, in my opinion. And that's just me being realistic.
Well, we always want our people coming on here to be realistic, and Kwam's done that.
There you go. You got it.
So there you go. Thank you, Kwam.
Thank you.
Nice one.